Masquera say Mure Zimbabwe, welcome to our channel Zim Confessions and Deep Secrets. Kana kariki tanka kukepa na channel. Please don't forget to subscribe. Kana tungoga subscribe, but don't forget to comment and share this video. Masquera Zimbabwe tabigranya burito na President Emerson NaMnangagwa wabudu wachipa warning kwa ZANU PF members nena uye kuandamana the party's leadership, particularly the presidium, and for national events including the burials of my national heroes at the Heroes Eka and Funga. Mazoa pura takaona ZANU PF members achiimba songs wachiradza kuti they were having a factional fight, factional fights for Zimbabwe. Vamwe supporter Chiwenga, vamwe supporter Mnangagwa. So Mnangagwa wakabuda during an interview yavakaita my editors from both my public and my private media State House Monday. Mnangagwa wakabuda vachitaura ivo vachiti ma ZANU PF members should be disciplined. Discipline is a fundamental value for ZANU PF survival for Zimbabwe. Wakabuda vachitaura ivo vachiti people are very lucky kuti Zimbabwe is democratic. The foolish and the wise vese vane mukana yekuzviexpressa but mitemo yemizano PF vanhu vafanongo kuvhura miromo yavo vachitaura zvavanoda, especially about the presidium. Vakaendera mberi during this meeting vachitaura ivo vachikondema ma-sanctions akaiswa paSouth Africa naTrump. Vachitaura ivo vachiti this is not going to weaken the region, but instead it is going to strengthen Pretoria and encourage the entire region to work hard. Vakabuda zvakare vachitaura about nyaya capacity to respond to my health emergencies yenyika, particularly road accidents. Mushure mekunge pabuda ma-images airatidza vanhu vakaiswa ma-card box mure Zimbabwe in order to stabilize ma-fractures vanhu vakaita ma-accidents pabhazi reku Bay Bridge mure Zimbabwe. Nyaya yakabuditswa nePindula News vachitaura ivo vachiti President Emerson Mnangagwa has warned ZANU PF members against undermining the party leadership, particularly the presidium, at national events including the burials of national heroes at the National Heroes Eka. During an interactive meeting with selected editors from both public and private media at State House on Monday, Mnangagwa said discipline is a fundamental value for ZANU PF's survival. He stressed that every member is responsible for maintaining this discipline. He said, "I am so happy that this is the vibrancy of democracy. The foolish and the wise both have their day. I think those who really are ZANU PF at heart go by the rules and decorum of ZANU PF. We have other people who are in ZANU PF who themselves are not ZANU PF, but they dress in ZANU PF regalia, so you must always see when people talk and see which camp they belong to when they open their mouths." Mnangagwa also condemned the United States for imposing sanctions on South Africa over its land reform policy. He said the sanctions imposed by Donald Trump administration would not weaken the region, but instead would strengthen Pretoria and encourage the entire region to work harder. Mnangagwa said, I can assure you that those who impose sanctions on other countries should have learned a lesson. Zimbabwe's growth was faster when we were under sanctions than before sanctions. If you want an economy to grow faster, impose sanctions. So we are a good lesson. We have developed grown our economy under sanctions, and I do not think that South Africa would be an exception. South Africa is a solid country with a solid economy based on its resources, and I believe that people of South Africa are rooted in South Africa themselves. The outside world can only assist what the South Africans themselves can do for their country. So do not lose sleep about people imposing sanctions on others. Mnangagwa also expressed concern over the country's capacity to respond to health emergencies, particularly road accidents, following the viral spread of images showing health officials using cardboard boxes to support and stabilize fractures. He said, "That was a sad situation when I saw it. We must make sure we correct that. I saw it in the media. I am happy that the media exposed such weaknesses, so we must address that immediately. The pictures circulated following an accident last Thursday that claimed 25 lives when an urban connect intercity bus collided head-on with an Auro Transport commercial truck 21 kilometers north of Baybridge town. Ndomabuditsiro akaitwa nyaya iyi reZimbabwe. Vakazembe vakabudawo zvakare vachitaura ivo vachipa warning to the public nenyaya yekuinsulta nekudenigrata the president, vachitaura ivo vachiti kunyange zvazvo maZimbabweans ane mademocratic rights and pamwe statements anoamounta to criminal offenses. Nyaya yakabudidzwa ichinzi Home Affairs and Cultural Heritage Minister Kazembe has warned the public against insulting and denigrating the office of the president and cabinet. He said that although people are free to express themselves by exercising their democratic rights, some of the statements amount to criminal offenses. He said some of the statements violate Section 33 of the Criminal Law, Codification and Reform Act. Kazembe made the remarks while addressing senior officers during the 2025 Senior Officers Conference on Monday in Harare on Monday, 17 February. He said, "We are aware that there are nefarious forces that seek to destabilize us as a country. I thus cannot overemphasize the need for police to remain vigilant and deepen intelligence networks that will inform proactive policing. Of late, a disturbing development has emerged where people now have liberty to insult and demonize the office of the president. Whilst people are free to express themselves by exercising their democratic rights, it must be noted that some of the statements amount to criminal offenses. This violates Section 33 of the Criminal Law and Codification Acts." Zvakataurwa naVakazembe muri Zimbabwe. Tingaziva kuti munenge nawo sei nyaya iyi, tiudzewo zvamuri kufunga mucomment section.